The temperature is rising. For years, scientists have attempted to explain it. They've delivered speeches and written papers. But none of it has swayed our international leaders. Check out the first set. It may appear to be a desert, but it is not. You are gazing at a reservoir in Spain. The paddle boats and water slides that were abandoned nearby are 84% empty. Climate change is killing aquatic life, which is why Spain had its hottest July since 1961, and portions of the Iberian Peninsula are driest in 1,000 years. Let that sink in 1,000 years. You are seeing Italy's longest river, the River Pool. Why have large sand banks begun to form around it? Climate change, once again. This area is experiencing the worst drought in 70 years. As the flood receded, it uncovered some ghosts from the past, such as this one. A World War II bomb was discovered by a fisherman in the area who called in the army, who carried out a controlled explosion. Now we're off to France. See those lovely beach dunes? What if I told you those aren't plains, but rather a dried up river? There isn't a drop of water left. And all of the tourist boats have been beached as a result. Nearly all of the restaurants in the area have closed. What's the reason? Wildfires are blazing across southern France, destroying roughly 6,000 hectares of woodland. This conflagration is the result of 2 wildfires that scorched more than 20,000 hectares in July. What do these anomalies tell you? A catastrophe of biblical proportions. Let me now show you the data. Drought affects 63% of the land in the United Kingdom and Europe. That is nearly the size of India. 46% of the land is under warning, while 17% is on alert. It's the ultimate climate storm. The rain has stopped, and temperatures have reached multi-decade highs. As a result, Europe's rivers are drying up, reservoirs are running low, and the situation is similar across the continent, including southern England. It was Britain's driest July in 20 years, with the driest July since 1836. For the next 4 days, the government issued an amber alert. Temperatures are so high that flames could start. They have already done so in France. It was the driest July on record since 1959. Spain, France, and the United Kingdom all experienced temperatures above 40 degrees Celsius last month. Remember, we're talking about Europe here. Their summers are said to be lovely and pleasant. It's supposed to be vacation season. Europe, on the other hand, is actually baking. To give you an idea, this is possibly even more extreme than 2018. The 2018 drought was so severe that there have been no previous events comparable to it in at least the last 500 years. However, it is significantly worse this year than in 2018. This drought has major economic ramifications. Rivers in Europe are not just important ecosystems. They are also important transportation routes. Every year, they transport around 1 ton of freight to each citizen. Total cost, over $80 billion. But for the time being, those rivers look like this. These are Europe's great rivers, reduced to dried sand beds now. Europe cannot grow food, transport commerce, or even generate power without their water. The generation of hydropower in Western Europe fell by 20% in the second quarter of this year. How does Europe intend to deal with the crisis? Each government has announced its own set of policies. France, for example, has established a crisis team. Their top goal is to provide safe drinking water. According to reports, 100 French municipalities lack drinking water. Italy has declared a drought emergency, with water rationing implemented in places such as Verona and Pisa. Farmers are unable to produce enough rice for the renowned Italian risotto due to the drought. The Netherlands has declared a statewide water scarcity, prompting residents to take shorter showers and refrain from washing their cars or watering their gardens. The Rhine is the financial heartbeat of Germany, and it is the center of attention in Germany. The Rhine, you see, requires a basic water level to support shipping. If it fails below that level, ships will be unable to pass. According to Germany, It is just days away from going below that level, and freight ships are currently sailing at 25% capacity. If this isn't an emergency, I don't know what is. The events, the statistics, and the testimonials all point to a climate emergency in Europe. It is no longer a distant threat. It has arrived, and as we approach the winter season, more questions remain. Yes, the heat will be gone, but what kind of climatic shock will winter bring? That's all for now, folks. If you learned something, please make sure that you click like button in order to make YouTube happy and for more insightful business and political case studies. Please subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.